All right, so I'm going to change it. No, I like this view. Melody, did you change yours to speaker view or did you change yours to where everyone can see everyone? I can't remember.
I think I had it on gallery view.
Okay, that's what I have it on right now. I just don't, when I go to speaker view, I never know which one of you it's going to pick, but it picks one of you and I see you the whole entire time I'm talking. So you could be like picking your nose, your teeth, like whatever, and I watch you the whole time. So, and I never know what random person am I going to be watching the whole entire call and you don't know I'm watching you. So I like this view because I get to see more than one person. Not that it's a bad thing. You know, sometimes I feel real good about talking to that person, but other times I'm like, they have no idea that I just can see them. So, okay. So we're going to talk about bookings today, guys. And bookings, you know, what we have learned, it is the heartbeat of our business. Because without bookings, you don't have anything else. You can't get those recruits. You know, you're not going to be able to book more parties from parties if you don't have those bookings, okay? So that's where we're going to focus, especially as we go into the summer and then into the fall. I really want to make sure that all of your calendars are strong as we go into July, okay? So I'm going to talk with you about a few things here.
I don't have anything.
I'm going to mute everyone real quick. So, all right. So the first thing that I want to show you actually came from my friend on here, Crystal Jackson. But let me share my screen and show you guys a tracking form. Okay. So I don't know if you guys have heard before, but a great way to start tracking if you don't have a way of tracking your contacts is a form like this. Okay, and I can share this with your executive directors. I mean, if you're on Crystal Jackson's team, then you probably have already seen it. But starting out with a tracking sheet is a great way to see how many people am I actually talking to. Okay, and our goal is to have these 25 contacts a week. And you notice on here, it has a first, second, third, fourth, fifth, no interest, booked a party, join my team. It has a place to do notes, and then it has recruiting at the bottom. You can take this and you can actually print this document out and you can track this way. Now, if you don't want to do it on this, you can use a notebook or whatever. But this is a great tracking device because sometimes I think that we don't necessarily know how many people we are actually talking to in a week. Okay, and when you really start tracking it, you really can see who am I reaching out to? Who am I talking with? And notice that the reason it says first, second, third, fourth, fifth contact is because you do not just stop at reaching out to them one time. Okay, so if you have reached out to someone and one time and you're like, man, they didn't respond back, they must not want to have a party with me. Okay, that may not be the case. You need to reach out to these people more than one time, okay? Follow up with a conversation, you know, a text back, a message back that says, I know we're all super busy, but I was just curious if you saw the last message I sent you. Okay, do that 2 days after you send that original one. Okay, don't just stop with, because how many of you, you know, pick up your phone and you see that someone sent a message and you don't respond right away and then you forget. Okay, it doesn't necessarily mean that they don't want to have a party with you. So I think it's really important to track on this 25 contacts. Now, I will tell you, if you're aiming for 25 contacts a week, you know, maybe making 5 contacts a day or whatever, it does not count as a contact unless they are talking back with you. They've responded, they've messaged back. Okay, so be sure that it is a two-way conversation between you and someone else, not just you sent this message, oh, well, I contacted them. Yeah, but they didn't respond back, so now you need to go find some more people. Okay, so the 25 contacts is actual 25 contacts that you are talking with every single week. And when you do this, okay, you are going to start booking your calendar solid every single month. Okay, so here is an example, you know, of how Crystal, I know this is her writing over here, but so you can see right here, you know, she fills out the first, second, third, you know, she writes some notes. Those I know are the last 4 digits of a phone number, so she can find them easily in her phone. But you can see this is an example of what it looks once it is filled out. Okay, now, this link right here, which I can also share, is an in-depth information call that Stephanie Richardson does on the 25 contact system. Okay, she's kind of the one that came up with the system. So this is a training call that I can share also with your upline directors if they, if you have not already heard this before. But I wanted to start here because to me, this is a way that we can track, okay? So before you start making any bookings at all and reaching out to people, I want you to know how many you've actually reached out to, who have you reached out to, and that you're actually tracking it in the system, okay? So that's why I wanted to start there with this. And if you need a notebook, if you just want to do it on a notebook instead of a piece of paper, you absolutely can, okay? But 25 contacts is your goal every week, okay? No matter what, and that means that they have responded in some way back to you, okay? So another tip that I have, I'm gonna share my screen again. These are three, this is a tip that I have, let me make sure I'm on the right, okay. This is a tip that I do with my team, and you guys may already do this, but I'm throwing out some things that I know work and I know that have worked with my team. Okay, so this right here, this is an example of a message that you can send to people about birthdays. Okay, when it is their birthday month, you pull up your birthday, people that have birthdays in the month on Facebook, okay? And you send them this simple message. And this, obviously, this was something I posted back in January. So, hey lady, I know January is your birthday month, and I wanted to offer a way to celebrate with you. I would love to host a Facebook Pampered Chef birthday party with you. It's super easy. The week of your birthday, we make a Facebook event. You invite your friends. I show off the recipes, kitchen products, and we play games and give away prizes. And when your friends order, you earn free stuff for your birthday. Happy birthday to you. So you can see this person sent back. Sounds good to me. I love free stuff. Okay, so this is a way that you can reach out to people and just celebrate their birthdays. And this is something you can do at the beginning of every single month. See whose birthday it is, because you're going to be dealing with a whole new group of people, okay? And sending this message to them at the beginning of every month, you know, means you could get a few different bookings every month of people that are celebrating their birthdays. Okay, so try this. If you're needing this wording as well, I can also send this wording to them so you guys aren't, or you can take a picture. You want to get your phone out right now and you want to take a picture of this screen, you can always do that, and so then you can write up your own wording as you send out a message. Okay, so this is an example of the birthday post that we also work on. Okay, another way that I get most of my bookings, okay, if it's not coming from a party. Most of my bookings come from within a party, which we're going to get into in just a second. But another way that I get a lot of bookings, guys, is going live. Okay, and if you are scared to death of going live, okay, try it. Okay, and if going live, you're just like, man, I just can't, okay, try posting some pictures of you using the products. Okay, if you can't make yourself go live, try using some pictures, because what happens when you go live? I just go live with whatever we're cooking for dinner that night. You know, I went live, you know, when we were doing breakfast in the kitchen with the new Disney products. I've taken pictures. You know, I haven't even posted, honestly, any of Pampered Chef's Disney product photos. I've used my own. Okay, so anything that I've posted has been my own within that. But what happens when you go live and you are showing products, you are going to get an interest for these products. Okay, how many of you have tried doing the post on Facebook that says, hey, this is this month's host special, who wants to have a party with me? Okay, well, how well did that go for you? Okay, did you get a bunch of bookings that way? Because in my, when I've tried that, it doesn't work, okay? Because people are not just gonna answer that. So you have to make them want the products. You have to hook them on something which makes them want to have a party with you. Okay, so if they see that you're cooking in a quick cooker and they're like, man, I've been looking at those Instant Pots. She keeps posting about this quick cooker. Their version looks really nice. maybe I should, have a party with her. Because anyone that comments on my live videos, I send a personal message to them. I saw that you love this quick cooker. If it's the 60% off special for next month, great. Because a lot of times the videos that I do are the special for the upcoming month that I want to book parties for. Okay, so that's what I'm showing pictures of. That's what I'm going live with, is I'm working it around whatever the special is of the month that I'm wanting to book. Okay, so next month, the grilling stuff. Okay, go live showing the grill pan, one of the grill things, the smaller rock crock, the rock crock grill stone. Take pictures, if you have that rock crock grill stone, take pictures of it with a dessert on it. Say, I love this pan, I use it so much. Okay, use the rock crock in the microwave. Some of you may have got that kit, that has the rock crock in it. Okay, take live video and pictures of you cooking, because when you get those people that want that product, they're more likely to book with you. And not only are they more likely to book with you, they're more likely to keep that booking because they want something, and they want to make it a good party because they want that product. Okay, so that's why I have more success with those kind of people than just the people that I message and say, hey, I would love to get you some free stuff. Okay, yeah, they want some free stuff. Okay, but they may not necessarily have that, oh, I really want that product, where if someone sees my video, they really want that product for a reason. Okay, so if you are one that has not done a lot of live videos, I'm going to challenge you to go live this next week. Okay, go live with something that you want to book. If you have one of the products, that's a special for next month, if it's the Disney products, whatever it is, try going live and see that when you reach out to those people that comment, see if you can get bookings that way. Okay, because that is how I get a lot of my bookings. All right, so you've booked the parties. Okay, we've got some bookings on our calendar. We're going into July now. We have these parties. Okay, now I'm going to share with you some of the things that I do within my parties that help me get more bookings. Okay, because that's the goal, is once you have these bookings, you want to get more bookings. Okay, you don't want to constantly be fighting to fill your calendar. Okay, we want to get more bookings from this. All right, so let me share again. Okay, and this document obviously is in Evernote. Okay, so it's something that I can also share. Now, this is something that is super important that I want all of you to remember. That's why it's the very top of this document. Okay, remember this first. People book shows because of you. There is something that they enjoyed about your party. Did you make it fun? Did you make it personable? Did you share videos or photos of yourself to help them get to know you? People will book shows when they had a fun experience with you. So make the parties fun and help your guests have a great time. They're going to want to have more fun with you. Okay, guys, honestly, sometimes it is just that simple. Having fun in your parties means more people are going to want to have more fun with you. Okay, and that goes a long ways. Okay, so just have fun in your parties. Make them personable and be you in these parties, whether it's a cooking show or a virtual party. Okay, so here is a post that I do. And I do this midway through the party because they already have a little bit of a relationship with me. They feel comfortable messaging me, because what we are finding out on Facebook right now, from those that are in Facebook jail and different things, you messaging people and friending a bunch of people and sending messages to people is not a good thing right now. Okay, so what you want to do is you want to be sure that you are finding ways that these people can message you and start the conversation with you, where you're not just friending a bunch of people and trying to, book parties, okay? Because that is one thing. I was on a call yesterday with a bunch of executives, and that was one of the things that they said is, it's red flagging people that are just friending a bunch of people within a party and messaging them, okay? So, but this will help them message you, okay? So it's time for a new game. Very important. Do not comment with the answer below. Instead, send me a private message with your answer. The first 5 people to get the answers right wins. Comment done below to get an automatic 2 tickets, and you get 12 tickets if you're a winner. So this is the message that I post on the party, and then it's right here, okay? So I use this one. There's a lot of different ones that you can pick, and this is just an example of one of the ones that I have used. So here is the answer. It's Quick Cooker. Okay, so I will post that later. But let me show you. I actually have this today. It's kind of funny here. Let's see. All the way at the bottom, that's why. Okay, so this is an example right here. Okay, so this is going on in my parties today. And here you go. So this is just one that I just had happen. All right, so it says, Quick Cooker. So she sent me the message. And I said, you got it. Great job. Thank you so much for your participation in the party. Do you have any Pampered Chef products? Yes. And she said, I got the first word right. My daughter got the second one. I said, that's awesome. Have you enjoyed the party so far? Yeah, I have. I told Kendra I would do a Facebook party to help her. Thank you so much for doing that. I think you will be great. I'm starting parties July 6th through 12th, 13th through the 19th. Which one would work better for you? Okay, so she hasn't given me a date yet, but this just happened this morning. Okay, so that's an example. I have this going on right now in my parties, and this is an example of a booking that happened right this morning. Okay, so you doing that within your parties is going to help them keep the communication open. So what I have found though, because I have sent this, you know, where they say Quick Cooker, and I say, yay, thank you so much. Thank you for your participation. You've been great, or whatever. And then I don't say anything else. They don't say anything else. So you have to ask a question after you say that. Okay, so I ask a question that requires you them to respond back. Okay, because then you start an open communication with them, and then you can, you know, lead into getting bookings. You've been great. You know, I think you'd make a great host. Those kind of things. That one, she actually had already commented, because I did a bookings post this morning that I'm going to show you in just a second. I did this other bookings post, and she had already commented on that one that she wanted to have a party. So that's why she said I already told Kendra that I was going to have a party. Okay, so this is an example. It doesn't have to be this exact picture. I mean, pick anything, have them message it, the answer to you. Okay, and that would be a way that you can get a booking. Now, I just heard a tip yesterday from Julie Ritter. And if you guys haven't tried this yet, this is another way that you can get them to message you, since we're on the topic of messaging. She does a live video where she shows 3 different products. And these products, you know, she's just showing examples of products in there. And at the very end, she does a magic word. So whether it's Food Shopper, maybe it's one of the products you're using, maybe it's something around June or July or whatever, Disney, Pixar, you know, whatever word you want to choose, can be a random word. That is the very last thing you say. And the magic word is whatever. And they have to message you that magic word, and they get 20 tickets into the final drawing. So when they message you, that is another way to get the communication open, okay? So maybe one day you play this game where they have to message you the answer to a game, and then another day they message you the answer of your magic word. So that's 2 different times that maybe you are able to have conversations back and forth with someone individually, okay? Because that will lead to bookings when you have those personal conversations. Just think about, you know, with a cooking show. These people are not talking to you one-on-one. Okay, so when you're having those personal conversations, that's when you are going to get more bookings, okay? So just those 2 ideas are different ways that you can get them to message you, because like I said, we are learning, and this was across the board with several executives yesterday, is when you are friending a bunch of people in the parties and you are personally messaging them, it is flagging you, okay? So be sure that you're not doing that, okay? Have them message you first. All right, so I'm gonna share again. Okay, so the next thing, scrolling down here. Okay, so now this is an important thing, guys. My team, if you're on my team, you have heard me say this 100 times. Host coaching is the key to your party's success, okay? So every one of my hosts, when I am host coaching them, they know that they're gonna get a 50% off item from every party booked, and I give them a gift if they get 3 bookings. Okay, so 3 bookings, they get a gift from me. That is told on the phone to them when I do my host coaching, because even my virtual parties, I call every single one of them. Takes 5 to 10 minutes, 5, 7 minutes for me to do my whole thing about what they need to be doing in their parties, but it helps so much for their parties to be successful, okay? So then this is what I posted today as well. So help your host book a party. When all 3 monkeys appear, you get a gift from me, okay? It can be anything. There's other ones floating around. This is just an example of one. So, but this is the one that I started this morning. I tagged the host, said the host knows that anyone that books a party, she's going to get a 50% off item from. You know, I want the fun to continue. You're going to get free, half price, and discounts. You know, who's in? End it with a question, okay? And I posted this picture, and that is the picture that lady just commented on. Okay, so when they get one booking, we have 1 party booked, we have 2 parties booked. Congratulations, we have 3 parties booked. Okay, I think Ellington Boyce was the one that gave me this monkey one. Like I said, lots of different variations of this. This I do at every single party though, so it keeps it in front of the guests so they know how many parties have been booked so far. Okay, so that is another way. On the second to the last day of the party, it is time to send out personal messages to everyone that played games or commented throughout the party. Okay, I know something that Steven Drapowski does is he, on the people's comments, you know, that they have done throughout the party, he comments on those and says, hey, tomorrow's the last day, you know, to get your order in and stuff like that. Okay, you can also do something that around bookings. What I do in my parties though is when I see that there's a want for a product, like yesterday, they were talking about the quick cooker. I haven't used that, but that looks really cool. I comment right on there, you know, I would love to help you, you know, get this for free and do a party just like this, you know, so that they can see right away, because that's what I would do at a cooking show. If I hear someone love a product at my cooking show, I would say to them, girl, you should have a party. You know, we should get together for wine, cheese, and chocolate tasting. Something like that. So same thing in your virtual. When you see someone has an interest in a product, they really like something, tell them, you can get this for half price. You can get this for free. I'd love to do a party like this for you. Okay, don't be afraid to ask, okay? But here is a message, you know, that for these people that are sending a message to you, okay? So they sent you a message. Here's an example of something you could say. I'm sending out some April host packets with the brand new spring catalogs, and I thought about you because I loved your participation in Bethany's party, and I think you'd make a great host. Once your party hits at least $200 in sales, you're going to get a free product money, half price items, and 1 cookware piece at 60% off. Would you like me to send you one? Okay, so this is something that those people that are messaging me, okay, I'm going to send this message back to them. You know, if they didn't already say that they would have a party, then this is a way that you can lead into that, okay? So this is another thing you can do a couple days before the party ends, and you can do it that way. This is a post that we do, you know, answer me this. I'd totally host a party if blank, and have them answer so you can get out in the open. What are those things that are holding them back? Some of them say, if I had more friends, if it could be a party like this. I've seen the answer several times is, if it was a party like this, I'd do one. Okay, so then you can actually personally message and say, hey, I saw that you had an interest in this. You know, we can do one of these kind of parties. You know, just let me know. And it tells a little bit in there that when they get the 3 parties, you know, the host is going to get these things. Plus, you're going to get, you know, some bonuses and stuff. So that's an example of something else that we do in our parties. Okay, so there are a few different examples of things that we do in our parties. And guys, if you can do these things at every single party that you have, keep the communication open, make it fun by doing those live videos. Okay, have them message you answers. You're gonna start talking with those guests. Get your host excited about getting 3 bookings and have her or him help you with that. Okay, because if they know that their goal is 3 bookings, okay, and they get something extra for free, and that extra for free can be whatever it is that you want, okay? So, but if they know they're gonna get something like that, then they're gonna try to work in their parties, you know? So I tag them, and I tell them, I send them a personal message that says, hey, I just tagged you in a bookings post. Can you go on and tag 3 of your friends that you think would make excellent hosts? Okay, so they're going on and they're tagging people that they think would be great hosts in the party. Okay, so the day that I do that post, I send my host a message and ask for them to tag 3 friends that they think would like some free products in a party as well. Okay, so several ideas within the parties, a few ideas to originally get the bookings. So we're coming on 2:30 now. So I'm going to stop there with some of the ideas, but I'm going to open it up for questions at this time. So let me unmute you guys.
I don't have a question, but I have a comment.
Yes.
As far as how you were saying, like, go on live and at the end have that secret word and stuff.
Mhm.
I have been doing, when I do my Facebook parties, in that opening pinned post, all the way at the bottom, I say, thank you for reading this. Once you get to this part, send me a message with this secret word and you'll get 25 bonus tickets. And I do get a few responses for that. And it also shows me who's reading the entire post.
Yeah, absolutely. That's a good idea as well. Thanks for sharing. Anyone else have any questions or comments or anything?
Melody, I have a question.
Yes.
So when you go live, I know there's a lot of different ways of doing this.
Mhm.
When you're running multiple parties, are you going live in each individual party, or do you go live from your business page and then share that feed into your parties?
Either way. If you have a bunch of parties going at the same time and you have a business page, then sharing that link into your other ones is ultimately the easiest way. So you can do it that way, or if you want to, if you have, 3 run at the same time and you want to go live in those 3, I mean, you could do that as well. That's kind of just a personal preference on, not everyone knows the trick of the going live in the business page and then sharing that link into your parties. So, but yeah, you can do either way. Anyone else?
I don't have a question. I just want to say thank you because you taught me a whole bunch of stuff just by listening to the things that you do.
You are very welcome. Very welcome. I hope this will give you guys some ideas because, guys, honestly, I will tell you guys, I've been doing virtual parties since we started doing virtual parties the last several years. But I always have been kind of cooking focused. So since this January, really have started picking up my virtual parties and really figuring out what is working and, what I need to be doing in the parties. And once you have a system and once you can just honestly do the same thing, because I know, today is the day I'm doing my bookings post. I need to message my host and let them know that they need to tag 3 people. Today is the day I'm doing my post about the business opportunity. This is when I need to do this. Like, I have a schedule written out for myself of everything that I need to do in my virtual parties, and that helps you stay on track, and it just helps you know that you are doing what you need to in these parties. And I will tell you, my sales and my virtual parties are totally different now that I have a plan and I have a purpose of exactly how I'm going to get the bookings and what I'm going to do. Okay, so just be sure that you have a plan and a system, guys, because I spent, just being honest, 2 years trying to listen to all of these other leaders tell their tips and what they did and say, oh, that's kind of cool, let me try that. And oh, that's kind of cool, let me try that. And I was just chasing all these just different ideas. And when I found out, you've got to figure out what works for you. Okay, you have to figure out your plan. And if that's around a similar style to how you do a cooking party, do it, because I love cooking shows. So there are aspects of my cooking parties that I use in my virtual parties because I enjoy them. Okay, so you just have to find what works for you and what is going to help you in your own personal parties. Okay, because you're going to hear a lot of tips and a lot of things, and you just got to figure out a system of what works. Because when I wrote it all down and I knew exactly what I was going to do every day, that's when I started having the success in my parties. So I'm just going to encourage you. Melody Govig talked last week about, the systems and having stuff in place and, knowing things about your business. I mean, it all kind of goes hand in hand. Okay. Until you guys have it kind of written out of what you want to do in your parties, you're just going to be kind of all over the place, trying all these different things, trying to see what works. Okay. But really trying to figure it out, that's when you're really going to start having success, when you start being intentional. because that's the biggest difference in my parties this year is I started being intentional in my parties and I started seeing results that I wanted. Does anyone else have anything? Yes, Chastity.
Are you going to be sharing that Evernote document?
Mhm. Yes, I sure can. I can share that. Hey guys, you see
Thank
this
you.
cup? Okay, do you see this cup? This is a cup that I had made for all of my amazing people that earned the Hawaii trip, okay? So I was sitting at my kids' swim lessons today. A lady says, do you sell Pampered Chef? Yeah, I do. I do sell Pampered Chef. She said, I saw something the other day about these really cool new Disney products. You know, can you tell me a little bit about those and what, you know, are they in a set? Can you buy them individually? So I pulled them up, showed them all to her, and now she's interested in booking a party. All because my cup was sitting on the table at swim lessons. Okay, so what do you guys have, you know, when you're out and about, what are you taking with you that just shows the PC logo? Okay, because I book parties. I booked last year at swim lessons, I booked 2 parties and signed a recruit because we were just sitting there talking at the kids' swim lessons. I've booked so many parties from baseball team moms, soccer team moms, ballet team moms, just while sitting there. Okay, so how much are you talking about your business when you're just out and about? Okay, because that just happened today. My cup, my coffee, just sitting right there, just drinking it. Okay, so are you being intentional in that way too? Okay, because you never know when you can book a party. So, anything else? No? We all good? We're ready to go book some parties? Yeah? Okay, start 25 contact list. Notebook paper, print it out, keep track. That is your goal. 25 contacts a week. Okay, start there so you at least know that when you're trying these different things, how many bookings and who you're reaching out to. Okay? All right. Thank you guys so much for being on. I appreciate it. And I will share some of these resources with your leaders, okay, so that they have them to share as well. All right. Thank you guys. I appreciate you guys being on.
Thank you, Melody.
You're welcome.
Thanks, Melody.
Bye, guys.